Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kasharafna. Ahlan wa sahlan. اسمي يعكي فري. كيف حالك اليوم؟ آه أنا بخير. شكرا جزيلا. Hey everybody, this is Yakety the Free on the Hell Hades Free to Play 2025 challenge. Just greeting anybody very peacefully and politely in Arabic. It's a very difficult language, but if you know anything about linguistics and scripts, the alphabet of languages, Arabic is very mathematical. Once you learn the formula, it's impossible to make a mistake unless you forget the formula. Anyways, in Raid Shadow Legends today, in English, which is my mother tongue, I will show you some progress that I've been making. And later we're going to crack these two blue chicken eggs. I call them chicken eggs because that's probably what's coming up. But anyways, let's take a quick look here, update on the overall leaderboard. And you'll see Yakety the Free is here in 8th position, 10 points behind Starskip, who was, as far as I know, the first player to clear stage 20 in the Force Keep. He has like a myceliac priest Orin. So he was doing it with food. It's very efficient. So we'll back out of this and go back into the game. Uh, let's take a look at missions. So I took care of that pesky mission where you have to defeat 100 enemies, and I cheesed it. So I have a lot of losses in my Great Hall this week, but it doesn't matter to me. So as you're seeing here, I need to get 4 rank 6 champions, and I have 3. Apothecary is going to be my next, and I'll show you how close I am to that. And not today, but the following reset, the Void Keep's going to open. So I'm going to get my Apothecary's Ascension, no problem. The Magic Keep opens today. So my 4th is also a Magic who is a 60 and or 6-star, pardon me, and it's Alice. So I got to grind a lot of the Magic Keep, and I'll show you that it's not going to be too difficult for me because I have energy everywhere to get. This affinity stuff is already done for me. So to unlock the masteries, that that's a bit gating for me. As you're noticing here, I'm kind of running shy on resource. However, I think I can get that done with Alice and Tagore getting into Minotaur, just the two of them, with Kale to carry. Okay, and then it's pretty smooth sailing after this, and I'll show you how easy it is for me to get the Demon Lord. The impaired. I have about a week, I think, before I would have to worry about getting this 6th ascension. I don't think I'll be able to breeze through all of this in 2 days. If I can, even better. I doubt it though. So we come into our roster here and we take a look in the reserve vault. I got a 5-star chicken from the challenge, or sorry, from the advanced quest, and I have these 2 bloat wraith and I forget, is this Ifrit? No, I forget. It's 2 voids that I didn't want, anyways. Okay, so Lumber and Halberdier here, they're next to get up there. You'll see I have 3 4-stars ready to go with them, and then these guys. Once I can get all these guys up to 30, but you'll see here I'm out of food, so I don't want to pull chickens, but I need chickens. Okay, I need some 3-stars to help me get the final bit so that I can get my apothecary, who's going to be my 6-star. As I said before, he's got the most masteries by far over everyone else. But Tagore and Alice, they'll be the next ones that I put in there so I can get through all the missions to Arbiter. Okay. And I think it's day 13 or 14. It's going to be day 15 on the login. Okay. So let's take a look into the faction wars. And I did pretty decently, I think, for, it's 256 stars. I only have 3 in Shadowkin because I only have 1 Shadowkin. Okay. If you look, that's all this guy can do. I tried. All right. And Odachi, I'll show you real quick here. Odachai, I'm not sure how you pronounce him. Either way, this samurai, if you have him, I suggest you keep him. Okay. Even if you don't think you need him for anything end game, he's a pretty powerful guy to 4-star. By the time you're about another month into this free to play stuff, you're going to need the faction keeps take trips taken care of a bit deeper than stage 6. So this guy, he's not in the best gear. Okay, it's not. I'm not trying to show you how strong the gear is. It's just this is how easy you can do it if you have 4 other champions that you put those guardian sets on that I showed in previous uploads, and he carries. You get 1 person to carry. All right. So I picked up a blue chicken egg today from there, and my high elves, I couldn't pull two other high elves. Otherwise, these would all be 3 stars, okay, except for probably the boss. And I can't show you because I don't have any keys left, but I only have Apothecary, a Elhain, who's I kept at 30, and an Elfguard, an uncommon at 30. All right. Yeah, I wish I could, but I don't want any of your flash stuff. So we're going to take a look in the events, and in the champion training event, I've been hard focused on it, and I've been using, an ancient method, if you will, as this game goes, where you take your 3 and your 4-star food and your 5-star food, you bring them up to at least level 10 to gain points. So I'm almost at 5,000 points, and there's tons of time left. And once I 6-star apothecary, he's worth 300. So I'm getting this epic book. I'm probably going to end up getting that chaos ore because I'm going to level them up to 60 as well with Alice in the Minotaur. That's the plan, anyways. Okay. For dungeon divers, I'm just playing the game. I'm just doing what I need to get those missions progressed. Man, there's something really wrong with this loading time for the game today. I don't normally have these issues when I'm on the phone, but this is ridiculous. Like I can't even go into tournaments sometimes. It takes like a minute to load up nothing. Anyways, I'm very close here. I'll probably get this ancient shard by the end of tonight. All right, another blue chicken egg. I'm only, what is that, like 200 and something points away from that. So maybe I pull something finally. Okay, I need something that's a force affinity. I need something that's like a AOE decrease something. I have Ugo, but I need it on a force. And or if I could pull a Stag Knight, game changing. So we're going to take a quick look at the clan boss hit I did today. I'm trying to get a 1 key on. All right, I'm very close. Only 1 set of masteries on anybody. And my Alice, like she's in there because Brimstone. If you don't know, Brimstone lands and it'll do 250,000 damage on any level of clan boss. But it doesn't count when the boss does his punch. It has to be his breath or his slam. It won't count on the punch, okay? In case you're wondering why you're like, yeah, I put a Brimstone on. What's going on? So before I crack those 2 blue chicken eggs that I got, I'm going to show you something here. We're going to go into easy Chimera, and I'm going to try to 1 key. So let's see, I think it's 4.15. Yeah. So you need 4.15 million to 1 key this. So I got Jarrag in the lead because he's got a huge aura skill. And I don't think that apothecaries, see how it says his defense for dungeons? I don't think that these bosses count as dungeons. We're not in the dungeon section. So Jarrag here, okay? And there's Armiger. And if you're not familiar with how good Armiger can be, if I put Sabitha in here to keep giving this Armiger increased defense, my gosh. So I'm not saying this is the perfect way to play this boss, but he's going to strip your buffs. I just want to make sure everybody gets at least 1 turn before the boss does. So that's why I use Apothecary to bump their meter. But look at that. The A2 from Armiger, 115,000. That's pretty big, man. That's like 3%, right? Like what you need in 1 hit to 1 key from a level 50 uncommon. So now that the boss has stripped everybody's a little bit low, I'm going to put the speed back on. I don't really need the heal yet from Tagore, but I want them to have their speed. Okay? And you can hopefully, 2 key this quickly. I'm going to try to 1 key here. I'm fairly certain I'll get about 3.5 million. It depends, right? There's RNG, as you saw, Kill didn't land any of his 4 poisons, but it's the off affinity. And the reason that I throw it on right away is because when he switches forms, Kale will have that big cooldown back up. And my apothecary, I say I don't have many heroes that I'm lucky to have pulled, but I got an apothecary really early. I was on like day 4 or something. So it's an easy decision to book apothecary. He's almost a legendary. On a 90-day free-to-play challenge, apothecary on day 4, he's basically a legendary. And then I pulled Jarrag. I think he was my second epic ever. But Tagore here, he was the second 60 I made. And I started putting books into Ugo, and then I'm like, wait a second. This Tagore guy's got an AoE revive, right? And it puts a shield on people. So I put him in as a level 40 in the Chimera. with a level 40 Armiger. And I was like, hey, these guys just helped me with kill, 2 key this. So let's see, Armiger, 114k again? Come on. There we go. So big hits, man. So the boss is going to switch forms in a couple turns here. I'm going to try it with Kale. He landed 2. So to my knowledge, the big ones tick for 20k and the little one ticks for 10k. So that's 50,000 right away. I'm kind of torn though, because I could put in Alice now with her Brimstone. I don't know what Brimstone would hit on normal Chimera. Not sure. I don't know if I could get my Alice to do more damage than my Armiger, but I'm going to show you what's possible if you don't have an Alice yet, or you don't have her Brimstone, or something's going on where she just can't get into here for you. You can use something similar to this. Any ally protector, definitely. So the Ram, everybody loves that, right? Nothing you can do. He's just going to headbutt the guy to death. He's going to lay there and rot in the sun. So this is why Tagore's so good. Not only is he going to res everybody if they're dead, but he puts a shield on everyone. So now I can heal who just got rezzed, spot heal him with Apoth. Oh, that's a lucky heal. 31k, a crit. Boom. That's another thing. If you don't know that much about Apothecary because you're new to this game and you got sucked in by the joy of the free-to-play challenge from Hell Hades, Apothecary's heal can crit. So if you can get him to survive with 100% crit, he's going to always overheal. He's going to heal everybody up to full almost every time, right? Watch here on Armiger without a crit. 13k without a crit. Now, you can't increase the value of Apothecary's heal by adding crit damage. It doesn't have an effect, okay? But if you can get him fast, mine's at 221. You get him enough speed and he survives with 100% crit, my God, Apothecary will take you to the promised land. So again, there's RNG here. You're seeing people are getting stunned. I've got a decent amount of resistance, I think, on my Kale. He still got stunned, right? I don't know what the requirements are for this boss. Oh, Armiger got the weak hit on that one. I should have saved it. I should have saved that. But anyways, Armiger's not going to weak hit against the weak affinity. But it's a 2-turn cooldown for that big move, right? So I don't want him dead. And I don't want anyone else dead. So as long as you have enough speed, everybody in this dungeon, aside from Jarrag, has at least 175 speed. So they're going to at least get a turn before the boss every time. As you're looking at the boss's turn meter here, he's got increased speed, okay? But so does all my guys. So there's basically no difference. So come on, Armiger, 114k. Ooh, that's a big one. So if you can get Armiger's a defense base damage dealer. So if you can get the increased defense on your Armiger every time he does his A2, ooh, it's a big hit, right? So as you notice, though, I don't have anybody with defense down on the boss. So I could be getting potentially more damage if I was able to slide an Ugo in here. And I'll fun around later seeing I'm not if I one key this, I'll keep the run. But you got to be careful as well. If you know you can one key, doesn't mean you should just lock it in right away. Because as we're progressing, a tip I have for you is that the advanced quest is going to ask you to use a Chimera key. And if you don't have any left, it's going to select probably a Hydra key. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to do any Hydra yet. I can't get a one key chest. So I don't want to just put it in there so I can finish the advanced quest for energy, if you follow what I'm saying. So anyways, I'm going to try to do this a little bit quicker. This form change stuff, okay? Like all my heroes, except for Armiger, are strong, or pardon me, they're the same affinity. So you can't do much damage to me. But my Armiger, even on a weak hit, look at that, 40k, man. It's no joke. There's decent gear on this uncommon, but he doesn't have really any masteries. I gave him a little bit of I think he's got the first 2 tiers so that he has that extra crit. He needs 100% crit for his A1, which will deplete turn meters. Obviously not on Chimera, but like Ice Golem and all the potion keeps. Oh, I got a trial in. Oh, let's take a quick look here. I don't know which one I did. Wow. So absorb damage using shield buffs. So I did that because of Tagore. That's pretty funny. I don't think I've ever done a trial yet on this. So the thing about the Chimera fight for me is I didn't know obviously right away, and I have a main account, so I went into hard on a and I set it to auto, and I have strong heroes, and I was like, oh, this is easy. And then I tried it for the first time on the free to play, and it was like, oh man, this is not as easy as I thought. And then I'm like, wait a second, enemy max HP with Armiger. Okay, so I'm just going to set it to auto now because it's been a long time. I didn't expect it. I forget this battle takes a fairly decent amount of time to accomplish. But on auto, I don't know if Armiger is going to try his A2 against the weak affinity. Let's see how smart the AI is here. Because it's up. His A2 is up. Let's see if he tries it. Yeah, see it. The AI is smart. It won't waste the big skill on the weak affinity. I appreciate that. So the other thing about this that you're noticing, I keep getting this continuous heal. It's coming from this champion down in the center here, Jarag. Okay, he's also the one who's applying the decrease attack with his A1, and he's also wearing Guardian gear. So he's healing for 10% every turn he takes, and he's absorbing 10% of the damage everyone else takes. So that's why you see him with so much health, and he's always chunking down every time the boss does something. This provoke, it's a pain in the ass. I hate it. I'm sure we all hate it. But you'll notice the AI on Tagore decided to use the shielding. Instead of having anybody die, he's going to make sure that, they've lost what there? 15%, 20% maybe? So I'm pretty surprised if on the next swap over, because I think it goes to that necrosis debuff. I don't think I can survive 5 turns against that. It's a nasty debuff, that necrosis. If your hero dies with it, like it stays on the other ones and you can't cleanse it at all. You can if you revive, yeah. So see here, the boss stole all my buffs. If I was doing this on manual, I wouldn't have used that A2 from Jarag. Okay? But I'm curious here, what's the yeah, I don't think I can I gotta decrease attack, so Jarag would have to land a decrease attack and everyone else would have to have speed up. And I in this lineup I might be able to do a second trial. But you'll see it's pretty close to a 1 key depending on the RNG, right? You need 4.15. So I I don't know if I should let this stay running or not. I think they're all dead. Yeah. So that's not bad. If I had it on manual, I think I got that. So I'm not going to keep that. Anyways, if you're still here after that, oh, I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting retroactive benefit from stuff. Oh, there we go. I definitely need to buy these shards here. You should always buy those shards from your shop. And don't be like me and make a mistake and open up more than you need to. Okay, that was an error. That cost me some diamonds early on. And I want to show you something else real quick before I forget about the arena. Okay, I'm sitting on a lot of gold here. So I'm going to have in 12 hours here, as you see less, I'll be able to buy 300 energy. Okay, and I think from the Alice chase, I'm going to have another energy pot. And today I think we get is it the small pack it's called? That's going to give us an energy pot. And then it's also the weekly. So you'd have to bring somebody up to rank 4, which I'm going to do, and ascend anybody. Okay. So if you're not familiar with how cheap ascending is on some heroes, if you just take an uncommon, it only costs the little ones. So you put in 2 baby of each, and then you'll get a free refill. So I don't care who comes out of here. I went to the incubator. I want to make an omelet. I want some food, but I would prefer some epics for the champion chase. I wish everybody luck. Let's see if a stag knight. I need a stag knight. Somebody like that, man. Ooh, it's an epic. Ah. So marksman. I definitely needed him earlier for the high elves. I wish I had him. I don't know if you know this guy. He's attacks 4 times at random. He can do some kind of damage. Speed and arena, I already have that. He fills turn meters of allies if he has a crit, and he might land a poison. It's 250 points though in Champ Chase. That's not bad. I'll take that. And this has got to be a blue chicken. Another epic. I've already pulled this this one. Not a good epic. This guy is not good. Okay. I mean, if you attack all enemies, maybe in Spider, but he's not good. Okay. I'm not a fan of this guy. Anyways, I I needed something better than two archers that aren't very good. This was Yakety the Free, wishing everybody a better pull session than that. I can't complain too much because that was two epics, but they're definitely not ones that I'm going to use. I don't think, you know. But anyways, I wish you a good weekend and thank you very much for watching. Take care, everyone.